The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Coming up on this edition of Perspectives, the holidays have come and passed, and if you're like me, you ate, and you ate some more. The question is, did you eat healthy? Coming up on this edition of Perspectives, learn how to start off the new year with a whole new you from the inside out. Perspectives with yours truly, Darren Jaime, starts right now.
This ain't radio, the table. Whether you make a move solo or a movement with a stable. No fables, you speak on your decisions. Cause in the long run, it's your voice, your views, your vision. Keeping it real with many messages for you to know. This ain't radio, but DJ runs the show. Entertainment, he rocks it. Politics, he locks it. The host with the most would handle any topic. Don't forget to share your perspective with shines of light. Cause it might make a difference in someone else's life. What's your perspective?
Well, happy holidays, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, all those good things that come along with the holiday season. We wish you a happy, a merry one, and welcome to the year 2014. You're watching the first episode of Perspectives of the New Year, and we're glad to have you here with us. I'm Darren Jaime, and coming up on this edition of Perspectives, we're going to talk about eating, living healthy in 2014. You know, we make a lot of New Year's resolutions. We don't stick to them. We say what we're going to do, and somewhere between January 1st and January 2nd, sometimes we can abandon those New Year's resolutions. But when it comes to living and eating healthy, it's a lifestyle choice, and we're pleased to have two very special young ladies here to share a little bit about how to start the new year off living healthy. We're pleased to be joined by Miss Indira Santana as well as Violet Santana, and they are from My Wellness Solutions right here in the borough of the Bronx. And ladies, good to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And so when we talk about having you guys here, obviously we talk about living healthy and making a healthy choice. And you guys deal a lot with helping people out, particularly in the area of the colon, because we know a lot of people have suffered from colon cancer. Actually, one of the leading cause of cancer death in the United States. And so talk a little bit about My Wellness Solutions and how you guys address healthy and colon.
So definitely, so at My Wellness Solutions, we've been open for about 3.5 years now, and our focus is to help people literally get healthy from the inside out. There's no such thing as, just looking great on the outside. When people have glowing, healthy skin on the outside, that means that amazing things are happening on the inside. So one of the services that's most popular at My Wellness Solutions is colonics. Colonics are something that we do day in and day out, and it's literally to hydrate the colon, to get things out that are stuck there for a long time so that you can help push more toxins out of the body and that you can live a healthier life. The longer we have waste buildup, that's when all of the problems and the colon cancers come about. So we do a lot to prevent those things from happening. Any
real indicators of what are the primary causes for colon cancer?
There's really no main indicator. A lot of it is just diet, because what is the colon? The colon is the storage for waste in the body. So if we're not getting sufficient fiber, that waste sits there longer. The purpose of fiber is to act as a broom. So we're moving things out of the colon in a timely manner. When we have clients that come in and say, well, I haven't had a bowel movement in 7 days, 8 days, they think that's normal. That is not normal. That's a huge red flag, but they think, oh, I can just take a laxative tea. Absolutely not. You need to change what you're eating immediately. Otherwise, we're going to end up with these problems like the inflammations of the colon and ultimately colon cancer. And it's a very serious thing. It's a very scary thing. So prevention is the key, always.
The 7 to 8 days is really the extreme, but we have clients that say, oh, I use the bathroom even every 2 days. That's not, I'm normal because I use the bathroom every 2 days. It's not normal. You really want to have a bowel movement at least 2 times to 3 times a day, because think about, you're eating 3 times a day, you're snacking in between, so you really need to eliminate. And also the amount that's coming out should really equal the amount that's going in. So those are things that we look at and help them to address and build awareness and allow them to be conscious of these things so that they can make better decisions.
We've had this conversation a little bit off camera, and the initial hit is like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm in trouble. I don't want to do this. Resistance. There's very serious reactions. Talk to people about getting over that hump, because in order for us to really start to live healthy, you got to kind of get over that personal hump of yourself.
Well, you have to want to do it. You have to. Sadly, most of the times, or many times, that clients come to us, they're suffering from something serious. So why let it get to that? So those are the things that we talk about. Okay, so you're infrequent with your bowel movements now. Why let it get to a problem like colon cancer, like chronic constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, inflammation, all these different things? You're tired all the time. Do you want to change? Do you want to feel vibrant? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be healthy? So if you want to do those things, if you want to feel that way, then you need to cleanse, and you need to really, it's 80% what you do, 20% what we do in the store. So we really do empower them and educate them that this is all on you. We're just helping push you along the way.
Do you find that during the new year, a lot of people come and say, listen, you know what, I really want to start this thing off right. I want to do this thing off right. Do you find that?
It's always, our busiest time is January, February, and even up to March, but people making these New Year's resolutions, you don't need January 1st to come around to make a change in your life. But it just so happens, and we're ready for you guys. There's different cleanses that we do at the beginning of the year.
You're talking about me.
I'm talking about you and everybody else that's watching. We're ready because we know, and we want to take advantage that you're so excited to make these changes at the beginning of the year, but we want to make sure, like Indira said, that we're creating awareness, that we're educating you so that when you leave us, you're making small steps towards preventive health. So,
and that's what My Wellness Solutions is about. It's really not just about giving a product or selling a product. You guys really do the whole gambit of really education and walking people through safe steps.
Yes, that's our number one step. Yeah, we have great services and really top-notch products, but education really is key, and that's why we created what we're calling Operation Cleanse. It's basically a virtual 2-week cleanse that we send them products like the ones that we'll talk about a little later, but also every day for 2 weeks you are getting emails from us that have been created telling you what to do. Today is day 1. Here's what you do. Here's what you eat. Here's your shopping list. Private Facebook community where we're interacting with you real time, answering any questions that you have. And we've had great feedback with that. Lots of people are joining us. It's starting on January 13th. And so creating things like that so that you don't have to feel like you have to come into the store to get that education and get that information that we want to share. We also do monthly workshops for the community. Every month is a different topic, and this month we're talking again about cleansing because it's really what is on everybody's mind right now, and that workshop is next Saturday, Saturday and Sunday. So again, in terms of education, we're really trying to get out there and talk to you guys. Clients can come in thinking, I'm going to get a massage for the new year. Where there's a lot of issues that are causing that pain that you feel you need a massage for. There's inflammation. Many of that time, that inflammation has to do with foods that you're eating, not cleansing, things that are compacted. Causes when you have a colon that's compacted, many times it causes lower back pain. So just with cleansing, you can eliminate so many different things, and it's educating them on that.
For you guys have had the opportunity to really be doing this for several years now. This is a family business.
It is.
But honestly, it took you guys a few minutes to really move in because you both were working corporate.
Yes, we were. So we were both working corporate, Indira in advertising, and I was in beauty marketing. But our mom's been doing this ever since she moved to this country. She's been in vitamin supplement sales, and she said, I want to move to a bigger space in the Bronx. And that's when we kind of came in and said, well, how can we incorporate services into this? And it's a personal lifestyle change even that we had to make. Me personally, when I was in college, I was very sick from the things that I was eating. The 4 and 5 cups of coffee and, soda all day long. You couldn't give me Diet Coke at all. It has to be like regular Coke, the pastries, the donuts, and that's what sustained me. But at the end of it, I was really very sick. My immune system was completely compromised. I'd get colds all the time, and they're just looking at me like, what on earth is wrong with you? That's when I moved back from school, she said, you need to make some serious changes. So I cleansed. I slowly started to change what I was eating. And now like many other clients, it's like when you get to that bottom point and you say, I need help, and then you make a change, and then you kind of start to live that life, and people follow you. And that's what we are trying to do at My Wellness Solutions.
So you actually went from being a person to a client, actually.
Absolutely.
And now you're an educator.
And now we're helping our community because we know that in the Bronx, it's the sickest borough. We have a higher tendency for things like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, asthma. And these are all very serious things that you can help prevent with just making small lifestyle changes. So education, awareness is key for us, and we are about making positive changes in our very own community. We live here, we work here. It's important for us to help make us healthier.
And one thing I think I learned off camera is that the healthier lifestyle also is not just about cooking, but it's also about when I go out to eat. So I can go out to eat and still enjoy what I'm doing. I just have to modify and change it around. Violet's laughing at Dero.
There's a little bit of modification, definitely. So, it's unrealistic. We work, we'll go out for a client dinner, but what can you do? So there's some tips, right? When you start and you sit down in the restaurant, you're going to have some lemon water. Lemon water is going to help to keep you a little bit full, help you to help metabolize any fat that you're going to consume in that meal. You want to skip the bread basket, of course. None of that. Stop looking at me like that. You want to skip the bread basket. You want to have the salad if they offer you some. Definitely have that salad. Enjoy it. Eat the whole thing. Now you're starting to fill your stomach up, especially when you're in a restaurant. Things take time for you to get your different meals, so you're eating very nice and slowly. And opt for the fresh fish of the day. Usually it's go with the special versus the heavy proteins. Any chicken or steak, you don't want to have that in a restaurant. And skip the dessert. By now you should have already had a nice full meal. Instead, go for some tea to help you with your digestion.
We have to go to commercial because my feelings are hurt. And coming up after this commercial break, what we're going to do is we're actually going to we're going to walk through some steps to actually help you so that way you can have that holistic new year. We'll walk you through the steps, tell you what you can have, what you can't have, how you can really modify it so that way you can have the best possible diet and live the best possible life. That's coming up next here on Perspectives. We're helping you get off to a healthy 2014. Stay with us. Coming right back.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people. Connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
So we are back here on Perspectives. I'm here with Violet and Indira, and they're going to help us now to understand what healthy choices you can make in the year 2014 to really get off to a holistic and a healthy start. And guess what? It doesn't take a lot. You can do a lot with the little. They're going to show us right now. So first, let's do this. Violet, this is the colon.
Yes.
And so this is actually, and to be honest with us, this is a very personal experience for me because last year, this time, I was out for about a month and I had to have my colon dealt with. And so they didn't know that they were coming here and I had dealt with this, but yes, I had to deal with it. So for people who don't know about the colon, let's walk us through.
So something that we want to introduce everybody to is colonics. And literally what colonics is hydrating the colon. Your colon's about 5 feet long, and its main function in digestion is to store things so that it can be eliminated. After your body's taken up all the nutrition from the foods that you're consuming, it's going to go into your colon to be stored so that then it can be moved out. The purpose of colon hydrotherapy, if you kind of take a look, the pockets of the colon are like this, right? Mm-hmm. So they're little pockets, and over time, things get stuck in these walls. These are the things that are more likely to harden up and cause things like the diverticulosis, okay? A lot of problems can be caused from just these things that are hardened up against the colon wall. So what we want to do is hydrate those walls so that everything that needs to come out can come out. Mm-hmm. And colonics is something that you can do monthly for maintenance. When your person is starting off, you do 3 sessions in a row. It really depends on the person, but the main goal is to hydrate those walls so that we're getting out all of the things that can possibly be making us sick later on.
Mm-hmm. So when we talk about getting things out, there is a cleanse.
Yes.
And so somebody walk me through the cleanse, because this is the cleanse here.
So there's a cleanse. So these are actually, this is not just a cleanse. These are all supplements that are high in fiber and that are going to act as a broom for this colon so that we can push things out.
So fiber is basically the broom that actually helps to push.
Fiber is the broom. It bulks up the stool and it moves it out. Mm-hmm. So here what we have is, this is our #1 selling product at My Wellness Solutions, and it's a combination of capsules and powder. And it essentially is created to help cleanse the liver, the kidneys, all of the organs that are meant for elimination. And it's going to help move those along, stabilize them, and help cleanse the whole body. You can do things like flaxseed powder, which you have some down here, some flaxseed powder. And flaxseed powder you can add to your smoothies, you can sprinkle on your salad, you can drink with plain water, and even hydrated bentonite. Bentonite, what it creates is like a clay. So it creates a sponge in the body, and it picks up all the toxins throughout the body to move them out. The longer we have things sitting in our body, so back to colonics, for example, if you're having, infrequent bowel movements, all of these things are going to help regulate it so that you're at least going once a day. That's healthy.
Once a day is healthy.
At least.
At least once a day. Because we talked before, you said at least, for as many times that you eat, you should be having a movement for as many times as you eat. Okay. So then you have the cleanse, right? Now while I'm doing the cleanse, I guess the question is about eating. So now I've got to eat while I'm cleansing. This isn't a diet. This is eating while I'm cleansing.
Diets don't work.
Okay.
Diets do not work.
They don't work.
It's lifestyle changes because you diet.
Somebody over there is
sustainable.
It's not a diet.
We need sustainability.
You need to make sustainable changes.
Okay.
You are on a diet. Oh, I'm dieting for 7 days. What happens after the 7 days? You get right back on it and get right back into your bad habits. So you're living diet after diet after diet. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. You're constantly shocking your body. So when we're cleansing, what we want to do is try to eliminate anything that can live in our pantry for more than a month, right? Even this fiber one, it's sold as very healthy. It's really not so healthy once you start reading the ingredients.
Really?
Nope. It has, and it's, again, you want to stick with whole foods, right? Diets or cleansing does not constitute these laxative teas. Laxatives actually take out water from your colon. And that's why sometimes when you're taking laxative teas, you feel cramping and it hurts. It's because that's what laxative is doing. It's really straining your colon and forcing bowel movements. It can cause dependence on laxatives, and that's not a healthy way to live. So while cleansing, you want to eliminate these fruits right here, plus bananas. They're very high in sugar. You want to keep your sugar levels low as possible during cleansing, so that you give way for natural sweeteners that we'll talk about in a little bit. Then we have Nightshade. So it's eggplants, tomatoes, peppers of all sorts. We want to eliminate nightshades because they tend to cause inflammation. So again, we want to take it easy while we're cleansing. We're doing a lot of other stuff. So eliminating these things can help. And once you're done cleansing, include them.
So we can go back. So when you talk about eliminating, it's eliminating them during the cleanse.
During the cleanse.
Right, but not whole.
No.
Okay.
I love eggplants. Love them.
Okay.
So then we want, what do we eat? So what should we eat, right?
Right.
Greens. All greens. All of them. Love them. Here we have kale, butternut squash, acorn squash. Now, really delicious. Butternut squash, you can chop it up, put some honey over it, put it to roast in the oven. Delicious.
So good.
High in sugar and naturally occurring sugar, arugula. So all greens, you want to have them. Here I have chia seeds. Chia seeds are my favorite. Very high in fiber. Again, adding fiber, but chia you can add to morning smoothies. You can sprinkle on salads. You can actually put chia in water with some lemon, and it's a tasty little lemonade. And again, you're continuing to add fiber into. This is a habit that you should keep even after cleansing.
So chia, lemon, water, rocks.
Rocks.
Okay.
Now we have our replacement for grains. So we don't want to have any rice.
Now hold on, wait a minute. Now I've got people here that say, listen, I like my black beans, I like my rice, I like this. So what are you saying? You're saying I got to get rid of the black beans and rice?
Well, you can replace the rice with the quinoa.
I'm replacing rice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're replacing. I don't want to tell you not to eat it.
Right.
You want to replace it. This is actually a very good rice replacement. Put the same spices that you put in your black beans and your moro. You can use the exact same thing.
So I can keep the adobo flowing.
Keep very little high sodium. Okay. But use be smart with it. Reasonable amounts. But this is a great replacement. It's very high in protein for you. I'm sure you eat more than what I would, but it's very high in protein. It's going to help fill you up. It's also very high in fiber. Again, so that you can keep encouraging the digestive system.
And so once again, for people who are watching, the fiber is basically like the broom, and so it helps to cleanse out the colon. So if you want to make sure to get your colon cleansed, you got to get some fiber in there. And so these are some of the things that actually will help to push the fiber and that broom and really get you going, right? I'm about to be a spokesperson.
And lots of water.
And a lot of water.
Okay.
A lot of water. When you're taking fiber, what happens when there's no water? Fiber will harden up also, and it causes constipation. So fiber and equal amounts of water.
When you talk about water, people have a tendency to get flavored water, or people have a tendency to Gatorades, and everybody just shaking their head here.
Plain water. Plain water. Keep it simple.
Right,
Keep it simple. Plain water. The rule of thumb is, if let's say you want to have half your body weight in ounces in water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be having 100 ounces of water.
Wow.
If you weigh, so go that way. That's the ideal amount to keep everything moving. Allow your body to absorb the water that it needs. Allow your body to be able to flush out any toxins. If you don't have any water in your body, then you're not going to be able to flush anything out.
Right. So when you talk about cleansing, let's go back over this again. How long is a cleanse for somebody who's just starting off?
So it depends. If we're starting off, the ones we have at My Wellness Solutions, they tend to run from 2 weeks. They can sometimes go up to 5 weeks. It depends on the person. It depends on what your individual goals are. This one in particular is 2 weeks. Operation Cleanse, which is the virtual cleanse that combines products and whole foods, that's also 2 weeks of guided, it's a guided cleanse. So you're going to get 2 experts guiding you on exactly what you need to make, the recipes, how to make them. So that's a 2-week guided cleanse. So it really depends. And then you do it periodically. You can do it every 3 months. You can do colonics monthly. It depends on the individual situation.
All right. So guess what? We're going to come back and have a little bit more, get you some more information out there to help you. So that way you can get a healthy start. Hopefully you've got some pens and pads and note paper down there so that way you can write some of this stuff down. We'll tell you exactly how you can do that in just a few seconds when we return right after this.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? Lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
And we're back here on Perspectives. If you're just joining us, we're trying to help you to have a healthy start to the 2014 new year. And we're trying to do it by working on that colon, letting that broom push out all the bad stuff so that way you can really have a healthy digestive system. If you don't know, colon cancer is one of the leading causes of cancer death in the United States. Actually, it's the actual #1 cancer killer in the United States. And so we want to make sure that people get a healthy start. And so Endure and Violet have been here to help us to learn about how to really get the ball rolling, if you will, and get moving. And, you know, some resistance on the part of people when they first get this, but then afterwards, it takes a while, but your clients are hooked.
They're very hooked, definitely.
They feel incredible. I mean, once you once you walk in the doors, we kind of try to create awareness and education, but we create an environment where you feel like we're your partners. Mm-hmm. So we're going to walk you through this cleanse, and you immediately start to see the benefits, because once you get rid of things that you don't need at all, you start to feel healthier, vibrant, you're more focused, mm-hmm. You have more natural energy, so you don't have to rely on things like coffee. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm looking at you because I know some things.
You know some things.
So you start to feel healthier naturally, and this stuff sticks with you because mm-hmm. you want to continue to feel good.
Mm-hmm. And I walked onto the set with a cup of coffee, gave my production assistant some coffee to hold for me, so I guess I am guilty. Okay. So now, when we talk about the products itself, and for those of you that are just joining us, it's called My Wellness Solutions, and it's right here in the borough of the Bronx. And so if you're here in the borough of the Bronx, you can really access them. You're located on
3rd Avenue and 156. Mm-hmm. So we're easily accessible on 2 and the 5 train. So we're in the center of a lot of transportation. So it's very easy to get to us.
So if a person comes off the street, says they watched the show, or they've watched on the internet or something like that, and they walk through the door, what can they expect?
They can expect to be greeted by whoever is at the front at that time, and we'll ask them, what are your goals? What is your main reason for walking into these doors and coming from wherever you are? And we'll create customized programs. We'll create a customized regimen for you individually.
All right, give us the phone number before we leave.
718-992-7741.
Okay, Indira, thank you so much for coming. Violet, thank you for coming and sharing with us. And yes, we are off to a healthy start in the year 2014. I'm going to go to this camera here and kind of like close out, but we want to thank them for coming and sharing with us and letting us know that you can start off healthy and continue. It's not about a day, it's not about a few days, it's really about a lifestyle and making the choice to have a healthy lifestyle. So in the year 2014, if you're going to make a commitment, make a lifestyle commitment to try to live a more healthier, holistic lifestyle. It requires change, but with all change, there can be some great things accomplished. So that about wraps it up for this edition of Perspectives. But before we go, we also want to let you know about some upcoming events here in the borough of the Bronx. Councilman Andy King, who is just reelected to the city council here in the city of New York, is actually going to be having his actual swearing in and inauguration as the 12th District City Councilor. It's taking place on Sunday, January 12th at 3 p.m. You're invited to go to the Evander Childs campus, 800 East Gun Hill Road, and there you can find Councilor Andy King swearing in. For all of us here on the Set of Perspectives, we thank you for watching. Until the next time, stay safe, share your perspective with somebody.